How do you pick long-term investments?
For me, it'll be really two things. Well, three things. If I use it a ton in my daily life, which is like for us, it's like Shopify as a business. We use that every single day.
Mm-hmm.
If I really like the underlying technology, or I think there's massive proponents for the technological scale, or their sales are crazy, like some of these, like the Twilios of the world. And then lastly is a big dividend name like this Verizon that I always talk about. More of a safer risk off, and I use Verizon. I'm a Verizon customer for the last 5 years. I'm going to be for the next 10 years. So if I use it in my everyday life, those are really the things I do. And in my long-term investments, I'm looking for more safer plays than the high betas and stuff like that. So what would you say?
I mean, I think you hit a lot of good points. I think the only other thing that I would add that is, a big misconception, especially with a lot of people that I talk to, where their initial thought is this can be a long-term investment, where if you can't stomach the name getting cut in half from the price point you're buying at, then you're probably never going to be able to hold it long-term. So that's the tricky part in the beginning, where, it's hard to be able to stomach those down moves, especially if you think a few months back when the market was really dropping. If you were able to hold all your positions in good ones and now they're profitable, it's a much easier process. But in the beginning, it's very hard, I think, for a new trader to just buy a name like the guys who are probably buying Tesla today, thinking it's a long-term hold, but they're never going to be profitable in the name. So you got to really, pick your poison.
Here's the thing: if you're going to check on an investment every single day, it can't be a long-term investment. It just can't be, because you're going to get emotional over it. You're going to start seeing the price fluctuations. You're going to start staring at your P&L. So if it's something you're checking every day, it's not a long-term investment, even if you tell yourself it is.
Okay. I mean, even the title we had before, when I talked about like my 401k, and
you got to tell
again,
listeners.
401k. Yeah. Backstory. So the little 401k cheat sheet. So for most people aren't aware that most 401ks offer a loan provision if you're looking to buy a home. So if you say you have $100,000 in your 401k, you can take up to $50,000. Most 401ks will let you take it out. It's not a taxable event. Use it for your first home purchase, and you'll essentially pay yourself back while the money in the 401k stays invested. So it's like a little kind of tax loophole if you're looking to buy a home. So I did this like maybe a year ago, and I left my employer, and I had to sell out that standing loan. Now what happened, again, we all know the market had a crazy drop the last few months, and it since came back. My 401k, which was heavily invested in my company's 401k, company stock in the 401k, had dropped by 50%. And then fast forward to now, when I'm rolling over the 401k to my new employer and had to settle out that loan, my 401k just got back to even. So had I done this, say, 2 or 3 months ago, my 401k I would have to forcibly take a 50% haircut, where the market kind of lifted, came back up, and I'm able to get out for basically break even, and I have not lost anything while using that money for a home. But on the long-term investment topic, I wasn't watching my 401k every single day. I didn't care what the company that I was working for, that I had the stock in. I didn't care what the day-to-day fluctuations were, because I knew this was a long-term account. The 401k I wasn't going to be touching until I was 65 years old. So I didn't care how it was fluctuating. But then fast forward to today, when I actually looked at the statement, I was like, holy shit, can't believe that thing dropped 50%. But it did turn itself around, and I made some money in it. So that's a little backstory on the 401k that we were talking about. That kind of goes along with the long-term investment topic.